Well, good morning, West Michigan, and welcome to 8 West. It is Monday. You know, it's interesting because, Rachel, I know that you're kind of trying to get a lot of stuff done around here so that because you're at some point you're going to disappear.
I'm nesting.
She's nesting. However, it's going to be such a beautiful day. Almost feel like I should recommend that you take a half day so you can get, you know, probably the last 80-degree day we're going to have for a while.
Get outside and enjoy. Listening right now?
Christine, are you listening? I think maybe Rachel needs a little bit of a, you know, just a day to kick her feet up.
Maybe in the backyard.
Exactly.
Kind of nice.
Yeah.
I know it's been really, really busy. Oh my goodness.
Know,
I'm like,
crazy.
And this weekend, I think all the time, I'm like, okay, I'm going to just relax. I'm on my feet all the time.
You don't know how to relax.
So many things to do. And then when I'm at home, it's even worse. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I come to work to relax, you know, kind of these days because at least you get to sit a little bit and work on the computer and stuff.
Yeah.
But one of the things we did over the weekend I wanted to share because we had a really great time going to a favorite spot for many people across West Michigan. My mother-in-law is a retiree from Amway Corporation, and they had their family picnic this year at John Ball Park.
Wow.
Which is right next to John Ball Zoo, and we had such a fun time. We, of course, took part in the food and the fun that was part of the company picnic, but part of it is allowing admission for the families that went into the zoo.
Perfect.
And actually, I thought it was a really good reminder. This is the stingrays and sharks.
Oh.
And so if you've been there, you might know that you can actually touch
Is that Bryce
animals.
trying to touch the shark?
That's him, and Coco is that little head next to him there.
Don't lean
they
over.
touched the shark, so it was a little bit harder to get to the stingrays. But how cool is that?
That's really
awesome. So fun. And we did a lot of other things like run around in the petting area with the goats and the pigs. You can actually comb the hair of the goats and the pigs.
Fantastic. She's practicing for that baby.
They were trying to like cuddle up to me, and I was inching away. I know, it was, you know, crazy, but my daughter loved it, and it just made me think that really it's a great time to go to the zoo right now because the temperature is such where the animals are about. I don't know if you've ever gone to the zoo on a really hot day. This is actually a brown bear. Ooh. It was out walking around, stalking its area, but all the animals were out because it was so comfortable.
Wow.
It was a great temperature. And so if you haven't been to the zoo or perhaps want to squeeze in another visit, they're open on their winter hours through October 31st, and actually right now you can get a reduced admission.
That's always nice.
Yeah, and so instead of paying $8.50 like you would in the summertime for an adult, you pay $5.
Nice.
And it's less for a child too, and it's still very comfortable.
Oh yeah.
We saw the lions and the chimpanzees.
It's so nice.
So much
I love
fun.
the zoo, and we're so lucky because the animals have such beautiful habitat. It's laid out, and it's such an educational opportunity too for
It
families.
really is, and it's very interactive. Like the area where you can actually go in and feed and pet the barnyard animals.
Nice.
Really, really cool.
You gotta like that.
Touch the stingrays. They're very in tune with being able to touch the ones that are very safe to touch.
Okay. Very nice.
We're very far from that bear.
Yeah, I was going to say. And Bryce was the only brave one trying to get in by the shark.
I know. I thought he was going to fall in. It was fun, though.
Yeah. Well, you know, you talk about a busy time of the year. My daughter Jen has had such a busy couple of weeks here, back to school and everything. Well, her GEMS group had a camp out. It was supposed to be a camp out Friday night. Ended up getting totally stormed out, unfortunately, which was weird. The one little storm that developed, they ended up having to evacuate this campground in Byron Center, of all places. It was just kind of really fluky. But the interesting thing is she was getting ready to go, and she's outgrown a lot of her stuff, and she's kind of in an in-between size.
Right.
And so I said, I don't want you taking your new tennis shoes that you just got for school. Can you possibly grab some that you had last year, just because you don't know how muddy you're going to get?
Sure.
So she had this pair of Rocket Dogs, which she really loved. We got them last year when she was starting school, but they were ripped on the sides. So I said, if you don't mind, I'm going to duct tape these babies. So I ended up duct taping the Rocket Dog shoes for her. But anyway, she thought it was really funny, and you know, necessity is the mother of invention.
We did that story about duct tape and all the uses, and I tell you, it's good for everything.
It is good for everything, even ripped shoes.
Yeah.
So that was Friday night, and then Saturday, I actually had the opportunity to go to the Allegan County Fair, and I was on a special assignment because the performer Saturday night was none other than Michigan's own Kid Rock. And so I had the opportunity to interview Kid Rock.
You know, looking at this picture, you look like you could be brother and sister.
Really?
Look at the hair.
I
mean, come
guess.
on.
How about that? So anyway, he was a really nice guy.
What do you think of him? People don't get this opportunity all the time to meet someone behind the scenes.
Well, and it's interesting because I listened to a couple of his songs along the way, and had never been to a concert, had never been, part of that whole Kid Rock experience. I thought he was a very nice, well-spoken, articulate guy. Part of what we talked to him about was his music and about, how he's starting this record label. And we had Ty Stone, one of his kind of up-and-coming performers on 8 West about a year ago. But he's also starting a line of beer. And I asked him about that. I said, you're this entrepreneur, big in the music industry. Why beer? And he said, well, first of all, I know a lot about beer, of course. But he said he got so tired of all of these jobs being sent overseas, including the manufacture of some of the bigger name labels of beer, that he said, I wanted to start something that I thought I could put people to work doing here in Michigan. And so he started this beer label, and he's really hoping, he said he uses all of the ingredients are from the United States and Michigan workforce. So it was really cool. So we're hoping to have that interview for you coming up tomorrow.
That sounds interesting.
But the big question of the crew is, how did I like the concert? I didn't actually stay for the concert because I have not been to a fair all year. So my mission...
Did you get your corn dog?
I got a corn dog.
Okay, good.
And a walking taco. No, I had a corn dog, a walking taco, then I had a stomach ache. But my daughter Jen and her friend Emma, our neighbor, decided to go on rides. So I finished the interview, then they went on several rides, including they're ready to get on the zipper here. And so it was just a lot of fun walking around the Midway. And it was a beautiful night Saturday. It kind of rained a little bit. We were on our way to the Allegan County Fairgrounds, and it was raining. And so then we got there, and it was beautiful. And by the way, the Allegan County Fair goes through the end of this week and into the weekend. And if you have not had a chance to get enough corn dogs, elephant ears, anything else, they actually have some really good healthy gourmet opportunities out there.
They have a barbecue one.
Oh yeah,
it smells so good, and it's so funny when you say that. A few years ago, when I was pregnant before, we went there, and my husband likes to indulge too in food, maybe even more than I do, and actually tried so many things. He got sick.
Really? Because he ate so much?
I know.
Yeah. The food is delicious.
It happens.
Yeah.
Just, kind of go with your own.
Oh, yeah. But the barbecue was one of those that it was right across from the walking taco. And by the time we got back there, I'd already had a corn dog, and so I thought a walking taco just kind of finish it off nicely.
Yeah,
and so,
like a side dish or something.
Yeah, I know. So next time I get down there this week, I'm going to be going for the barbecue.
Okay. It is really good. That's what I get every year when we go.
Just delicious.
Well, this is a really special day, Terry, for a couple of reasons. First, I want to do a shout out because people haven't met my stepdad as much. They see my mom all the time, but my stepdad's been a part of my life since I was a little girl.
Yeah.
Married my mom when we were very young, and it's his birthday today.
Yes.
His name is Dave DeBryan, well known in real estate in the West Michigan area, very active in politics as well.
Very active on Facebook. I already sent him a birthday cake on Facebook.
Yes, and so we celebrated his birthday last night, and today is the actual day, so I just wanted to say happy birthday, Dave. This is his cake, too, and sharing and working hard to kind of get all the candles and get it going. So I love you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
He's such a good guy, and you know what? He actually shares a birthday with a very important part of the 8 West team, and of course we're talking about none other than Joy Walzak, who is celebrating her, let's just say 29th birthday again.
You think?
Yeah, exactly.
She's in wonderful shape, and she's a beautiful woman. That's her husband, Al, and so Joy is going to be with us, I believe, Skyping from the show. We're having some problems getting that connection, but we hope so because we want to wish her a happy birthday this morning. And if you get a chance, please do so. She's a wonderful coworker, and we love her so much.
A super important part of the 8 West team, and we couldn't do it without her.
Yep, absolutely.
West Michigan's favorite grandma on the go.
I know.